Hello epic Minecrafters and welcome back to another money making method on Hypixel Skyblock. This one is slightly different. It's actually less of a money making method and more of a tips to make money, I guess. Not actually money making methods in general. So let's get into them. So I'm going to go into all of these methods in detail because some of them might not make sense at first glance, but let's go. So tip number one is to utilize current events. And what I mean by that is if you look in the calendar and events tab, as you can see there are lots of upcoming events, and lots of these events bring custom items. With the Spooky Festival brings things like Vampire Fangs, Soul Fragments, and Phantom Rods. And with the Season of Jerry event brings gifts and Baby Yeti pets, I guess. The other thing about this tip that I want to talk about is mares, because with some mares bring custom items or just reduced prices of items. So for Marina, the Fishing Festival brings things like shark teeth. With Cole, provided he has the perk, brings refined minerals. And with mares like Aatrox will bring down the price of some items that you can get through Slayers, because Aatrox makes Slayers cheaper, so everyone does Slayers. So why am I telling you this? So when events have just happened that bring items into the game that are only available during those events, or makes items much cheaper, like things like Aatrox makes sort of foul flesh and things like that cheaper, you can invest in those items just after Aatrox has been mare, or during his mare period, or just after a Spooky Festival. You can invest in things like Phantom Rods or whatever, and then sell them back at a later date for much more money. My favourite one of these is Phantom Rods. So at the moment, as you can see, Phantom Rods are going for about 1.8 mil, they can go for up to 2 mil. However, during a Spooky Festival, which if you see in tab is happening in 12 hours, and by the way, the reason I have no money is because I spent it all on hypercapitalists, which I have 60 of them in a buy order in there, because I think they're going to go up in price if Derpy becomes mare, and if Dante is just like a Derpy in disguise for April Fools, I'm not sure. Anyway, Phantom Rods is my favourite investment because I've been fishing for the last few Spooky Festivals and got a Phantom Rod every Spooky Festival, and Phantom Rods go down to about 800k. 800k coins. That's like absolutely nothing. So if they go down to that price, you can buy up quite a few of them and sell them back when the Spooky Festival is long gone and soon to happen, and you can make a lot of money from selling them back. Because Phantom Rods actually sell quite fast, so they're quite a good item. You can do this with Soul Fragments, however that is less effective. And I guess with things like Deep Orbs and Vampire Fangs, however, Phantom Rods work best in my opinion. Another one of these is the Epic Baby Yeti pet. Just after a J event, these guys go down, well, that one just got sold. These guys can go down to about 21, 22 mil. And if you wait until just before the Jerry event, they can be at about 24, 25 mil. So that one is less effective in my opinion, just because of how much they cost. So not many people will be able to do it. However, they sell quite quickly, trust me on that, because all Berserkers want a Baby Yeti pet. Apart from me, because who cares about Baby Yetis when you can have Mythic Jerry pets? So good. The last one I recommended was things like Shark Teeth if Marina's mare, especially Great White Shark Teeth. They don't go down in price too much. As you can see, they really don't go down a lot. Shark Teeth don't actually fluctuate too much, however Tiger Shark Teeth do. So you might invest in some of those. And also maybe things like Werewolf Skin, however, Phantom Rods, Baby Yeti pets, Tiger Shark Teeth. And there are probably a couple other items that work well with whatever mare is elected. I think Foul Flesh is actually pretty good. However, really just got to look and make a note of prices before a mare, or whatever before an event, and then just after an event, and see which items are most profitable. The second method I want to talk about is the current meta. There are some items in the game that are completely useless. However, sometimes YouTubers or something will talk about these items and say why they're so good in a scenario that they really aren't that good in, and those items will go up in price drastically. This is proof with the Jerry Sheen gun that 30 Hours talked about in a recent video. It went up to, I don't know, 14 mil or something. It went back down quite quickly though, so it's not worth investing in now. However, things like that, one of the best things I have that shows this is kind of the Soul Whip. This basically links in with the third one, which is updates. However, the Soul Whip, as soon as YouTubers started talking about it, went from, I'm not exactly sure the price, I never checked it. However, it went from quite low up to about 18, 19 mil. Which is insane. They've gone back down now because of the recent changes to it, which makes it a lot worse against ghosts. However, when YouTubers started talking about how good the Soul Whip was against ghosts, it rose in price so drastically. So that leads nicely onto the third thing I'm going to talk about, which is updates. If a new update comes out, like the Dwarven Mines update, there are new items in that update that at the very start of it are going to sell for so much money. Myth was a great example of that. With Mithril minions, I could sell about an inventories full of Mithril, just plain old Mithril, for about 150k, sometimes even more, which was absolutely incredible prices, and I tracked down 3 tier 6 Mithril minions for about a week, and made way too much money off of them. Utilising the new items in an update is a really great way to make a bit of money, because obviously it's going to be really expensive as everyone wants them for the new minions, or just for the coolness of having those new items. You can make a lot of money just out of having them. Obviously this works better with some items than others. Things like Mithril were good just because no one exactly knew what it was for or how good it was. It was insane prices, and you could just buy up a ton of it, craft up tons of Mithril minions, and make lots of money. Super Compactors actually made Mithril a bit worse, because for some reason, Enchanted Mythal was only available on the auction house, not the bazaar, which was quite unusual. So it wasn't actually as good in my opinion. However, Mythal could sell for so much money, for so little time. My Mythal minions would be full because I wasn't using a super compactor. And I just made way too much money. It's absolutely incredible. This works with new weapons and items and things like that as well. Soros/Sauron were going for incredibly high prices when the update first came out, and people were starting to realise how to kill ghosts and all that. Obviously, people were trying to get the soul armor. And obviously, the complete sweats would grind things like Heartland Item 5 and craft themselves Titan drills, forge them, and sell them for incredibly large amounts of money because people didn't want to forge them, so they sell for way too much money at the start of the game. This is kind of still shown with the Beacon, because Beacon 1 is selling for 450k, and while there isn't as much profit now, that's still 120k profit from anyone who has grinded the 1 million Mythal collection required, which is a lot of Mythal collection, so that is still proof that the Dwarven Mines update is still making people money just from utilising the new update and the new items in said update. But yeah, I hope these tips were helpful for you guys trying to make a little bit extra cash, and I hope that you can really utilise these tips to invest in items at the right time and find your own items to invest in. The items I talked about in this video do work well, and I have invested in some of them before. However, it is much more effective to find your own items, obviously, because if this video gets anywhere near, I don't know, 1k views or whatever, lots of people will be doing this probably, which means it'll be much less profitable than if you found your own item to invest in. Obviously, you can invest in Phantom Rods, and in my opinion, that is one of the best items to invest in at the moment. You can make about 1.2 mil per Phantom Rod, just by buying a couple of them and selling them a few days later. It is insane. If you have good timing at this, you can buy Phantom Rods for so cheap and then sell them for quite a lot of money. I hope this video was slightly helpful for you, and if it was, do consider leaving a like down below and subscribing for more gameplay, tutorials, things like that. I think we'll probably have hit 1k subs by the time this video comes out. If we have, thank you guys so much. It's absolutely incredible. I can't believe it. And if we haven't, please subscribe and be under the 1k subs gang. And join my Discord, there's that link in the description. We host Skyblock giveaways on there a lot, and you can partake in those and maybe win yourself a couple million Skyblock coins. Also follow me on Instagram, there's that link in the description. I might start posting on there. I can basically not be bothered, but I might start posting on there. I'm not really sure. Also, actually, I never plug this, but do be sure to follow my TikTok. There's that link in the bio. I post on there sometimes, post on there shorts of videos, sometimes just other shorts. And it'd be really great if we could kind of grow a small TikTok audience as well, because TikTok is much easier to grow on than YouTube, and quite cool to have an audience over there as well, because I actually have a video that I plan to record about why YouTube is so hard to grow on and why TikTok's better. Anyway, it'd be great if you follow me on TikTok, and thanks for watching guys, I really appreciate it. If you do have any video suggestions, let me know in the comments below. I'd really appreciate your guys' suggestions, because I want to know what you guys want to see. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple of days with another video. Peace.